So a few of the techniques, I teach 4 major techniques that we can use in our program, and we utilize those techniques differently. One technique might be better than the next, depending on how the offense is trying to attack you. So the main one is pure step. All right, a lot of coaches out there teach pure step. Every time one of my players comes up to the line, the first thing they should be thinking is, where are my eyes going? All right, and in this order, every time their order of operations, every time they come to the line of scrimmage, should be eyes, feet, and then hands. All right, so my eyes should be locked on a target on the hip. So I'm looking at, it could be a wrinkle in the jersey. It could be some blood or sweat or dirt on the jersey. Something around the hips that keeps my eyes locked on a focal point around the hips. Feet-wise, I want my feet, when I'm going to move, if I'm getting attacked laterally, I want a lateral basketball shuffle, all right, keeping a frontal position. And then once I get attacked vertically, I want a kick step at a 45-degree angle to make sure I can work to a cutoff position, either vertically the way that they're going, or if they're trying to open up my hips and get me to open up and then go across my leverage, that 45-degree angle is going to stop them from attacking my leverage and put me in a position to get into a cutoff position. And then hands-wise, I don't want to shoot with my near hand. Say the receiver is going to my right. I don't want to shoot with my near hand because my hips will get locked. So I want to shoot with my off hand to their near pec, okay? The only time I let my guys two-hand jam is when they're square and in front. So if I lateral basketball shuffle and the receiver goes to my right and I'm squaring in front, I can go ahead and two-hand jam there, all right? And then what I'm going to use as my rules is I'm 2 to 1 once he gets outside of my framework, to none when we transition to running, all right? And then I only want to shoot my hands when I'm in boxing length, all right? I don't, just like a boxer, if I go to shoot that punch or if I go to reach and throw a punch, that's how guys get knocked out, all right? So I only want to shoot my hands when I'm in boxing length and can get hands on that receiver, all right? So that is my main technique that I teach. The next one is inch, and the only difference in inch from pure step is a slight inch back at the line of scrimmage. And when I say slight, it's really inching back slightly, and all that does is give me time to read the release. All right. So inch, I can go over the same exact things that I just did with pure step. That's why pure step is really the base of what I teach when it comes to press man. My base stuff is pure step, and it leads into our other techniques. So I'm not going to go back through everything. It's the same exact thing that we talked about in pure step, just adding a slight inch back at the line of scrimmage. Now, the 2 changeups I have, and I say changeups because I don't want guys to consistently use these. All right, these are changeups to throw the receiver off, and you're not just up there playing pure step press technique every single time. So the 2 changeups I have are quick jam and fake quick jam. All right, now my eyes, they're in the same place. I come up, my eyes get locked onto the near hip. My feet, though, right, I'm not working a lateral basketball shuffle anymore. I'm automatically getting into a 45-degree kick, and I'm punching with my near hand to the opposite, with my offhand to the near pec of that receiver. All right. So what I want to do, I want to take a step, punch with my offhand away from my leverage to his near pec, and I'm already getting into that kick that we talked about, the kick step at 45 degrees. I'm already getting into that kick in my quick jam. All right. Aiming for the near pec with my offhand. If you shoot your near hand, so say I take that step and I shoot my near hand, my hips are locked. I can no longer go that way until I bring my hand back. So I want to shoot with my offhand, and same thing, boxing length. I only want my DBs to use quick jam when the receiver is on the ball. All right, I can't quick jam versus a receiver that is off the ball. All right, I'm just going to be reaching for nothing. All right, so I'd rather do that when the receiver is on the ball. And then a fake quick jam. Same thing, eyes are locked on the same place. I still do that same kick step at a 45, already getting into my kick, but I'm only flashing my hands, and it's to force a reaction from the receiver. You have these receivers that come up, and they're extremely patient at the line of scrimmage. You know, they foot fire, they jab, they cross over. So for receivers like that, I like to use the fake quick jam. I'm going to flash my hand, so I'm taking that step forward, flashing my hand, and I'm already into my kick at a 45. And I'm aiming for the near pec, and I'm shooting my near hand, my offhand to the near pec. because I don't want to shoot my near hand because that'll lock my hips. And then I'm only doing it when I'm in a boxing length. But again, all it is to bait in a reaction. So now we're going to get into the types of releases you can get versus press man. All right, so first we're going to talk about our speed release. Most receivers have this in their arsenal, and basically it's a receiver lining up and taking his free access. So yeah, free access outside, he's taking it right now. If he wants to fight against the pressure and take his access in there, he has to try to beat it with speed, dip his shoulder, and get vertical. So our counters to that are pure step and inch. So right here at the bottom, we have a speed release versus pure step. So corner is going to get aligned in his stance, eyes, feet. I have to move first before I shoot my hands, and he's getting a straight speed release against his leverage. All right. So when you get a speed release, I can't just work lateral. All right. I'm getting speed release. They're going vertical right now. There's no lateral release. So they're vertical. I have to go ahead and get into my kick and shoot with my opposite hand right now to his near pec. If he wide releases me like this, I need to go ahead and work to a cutoff point, just like he does down here. Straight work to a cutoff point. Next, we'll be talking about a split release. So the receiver comes up to the line of scrimmage. He splits his feet to give himself a two-way go and to be able to not just always speed release. All right. And the counters I like to that is basically our full arsenal of pure step, inch, quick jam, and fake quick jam. So here at the top, we have our split release versus inch technique. So motion, like to disguise. Then we go ahead and get lined up. Eyes on the hips, all right? He gives us that split release, so he goes into a split stance. I'm inching back to give myself room to read the release. Then on a vertical release, kick at a 45 and punch with my opposite hand to the near pec. Next is going to be a split release versus pure step. So we're up here up top, another split release. Boom, splits his feet apart. Decides to go outside, a slight inch back, but we're more pure stepping here. Kick at a 45, punch my opposite hand, and put myself in position. Again, now down here at the bottom, quick jam and fake quick jam are ways to throw the receiver off. All right, they're change-ups for us. So down here at the bottom, going to get a split release here. And we're going to hit him with our quick jam, kicking at our 45 already, punching with the opposite hand the opposite hand offhand to the near pec. All right, we're punching with our offhand to the near pec and shocking the receiver and already getting into our kick. All right. So those are ways that we can throw off a split release. Next is the foot fire or skip release. All right, so the receiver is going to come off. He's going to foot fire and then get into his release, or he's going to skip off the ball and then get into his release. And what I like to use versus that, again, is our full arsenal of pure step, inch, quick jam, and fake quick jam. So here we have the foot fire. We have a quick jam to throw the receiver off, make him make a move right now. All right, and now that puts us in position to be in phase. Same thing, foot fire here. Slightly inch back to give myself room to read the release. Kick at a 45 on a vertical release, and now again I'm in phase. All right, next is our jab release. So the receiver comes up, he jabs one way and starts to direct the other way. All right, so just a jab release, and we're back to our full arsenal of pure step, inch, quick jam, and fake quick jam. All right, so we're going to be down here at the bottom. You have the jab release versus inch technique. So we'll get into it. Jab release. So he's jabbing one way, going back the other way, inching. Right, we're staying lateral as long as he's lateral. Once he decides to go vertical, I want to kick at a 45, punch my offhand to the near pec, and put myself in phase, in position. And we'll go a little bit over that in phase battle and that finish here in a second. All right, so the next one is the bully release. So these are with bigger receivers, more physical receivers that aren't as quick. They want to come off the ball and bully you and get hands-on to be able to get into a vertical release. So down here, up here, up top, right? Bully release by the receiver. He's come off. He's trying to be physical, get hands-on. We're peer stepping. We're going to fight pressure with pressure. And again, that puts us in position to be in phase. All right.